Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I will be meal prepping some breakfast for the week, and I'm going to be making a breakfast casserole. So I have my ingredients here. I have some sharp cheddar, some cottage cheese, sausage crumbles, egg white beaters, and I have some green and red peppers and a red onion. So I'm going to get that chopped up. I'm going to saute my sausage and peppers together, and then I'll put everything together. This is a very quick and easy casserole that you can make, and it does last throughout the week, so you can meal prep this and have this all ready for breakfast and don't have to worry about trying to figure out what you want to fix for breakfast. And it's full of protein and no carbs, so it's very healthy. And one fun fact I did want to mention about myself, I do not like eggs. I never eat eggs at all. But a friend of mine turned me on to this casserole, and for some reason with the egg beater mixture, it doesn't really taste eggy to me, so I can actually tolerate the eggs in this. But other than that, I don't eat eggs. But if you are not an egg eater like myself and you're looking for something that you can fix that has a lot of protein in it, and something, semi-healthy, this is the way to go. So I'm going to get this started, and I'm going to come back to you guys once I have all of my veggies chopped up, and we'll go to the next step. And this turns out really good. You bake it in the oven, and like I said, it's very good when you reheat it. Very good as leftovers, so definitely good thing to do if you're meal prepping. And it's a good idea to do this dish because it, like I said, again, it does last the whole week and it tastes good reheated. So I'll be right back with you guys once I get everything prepped and ready to go. All right, you guys, so I have my green and red pepper and red onion. I have all of that chopped up. And one thing I did want to mention to you also, if you decide to make this, you can make this any way that you want. You can use any meat that you like and any veggies. You can add broccoli, spinach. You can use bacon, ham, whatever you choose to put in it is up to you. It'll turn out good pretty much with any kind of, those things in it. So I'm not going to put any veggies in mine besides the onions and peppers that I have here, but I have made mine with the spinach before and I really liked it. And I believe I also tried the broccoli. I do normally use the turkey sausage in mine, but again, you can use any meat that you choose. And you can also do it with just veggies and no meat as well. So those are some options that I wanted to mention to you guys. So I have my pan heating here on a medium high. It's like a medium heat. I've added just a little cap full of oil in my pan, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan where it won't stick. And I'm going to be adding my turkey sausage crumbles to the pan, as well as my veggies, and we're going to get that just sauteed a little bit. You don't have to really cook it a long time because it's going to cook more in the oven as well. So let me get this open and we'll get started. Okay, so I've added my turkey sausage crumbles to the pan, and this is what they look like. And if you don't have, or if you can't find the turkey sausage crumbles, I think most stores do sell it, but if you don't have that, you can always just make your own sausage and just break it up. Either way is fine. So we're going to let that cook a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add my peppers and onions to this. And you can add as little vegetables or whatever. You don't have to add as many as I did, but I do like the flavor that it gives, so I like to add a lot of the peppers and onions to mine. But you can cut back on those if you don't care for them or if you don't like as many. And I think one reason too why I really do like this dish is because when I eat it, I don't really taste the egg part of it. I mostly taste like the cheese and the meat, so I think that kind of masks the egg flavor to me. And like I said, I can't believe that I even like this, but I do. So we're going to let that hang out for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then we're going to move on to the next step. And like I said, this is very quick and easy. Once you get everything mixed up, you'll just put it in the oven and bake it. And I'll put the recipe that I'm using down below, and also the cooking time, I'll put that down below as well. And one more thing I was going to mention, but I completely forgot what I was going to say. Whenever you finish with your meat, you do want to let it cool down, because you definitely do not want to add hot meat to your egg mixture. You want to let it cool down before you mix it together. So don't just add that straight to your mixture, because that's going to be kind of that hot and cold mixed together, and it may start to cook the egg a little bit. So just kind of let it hang out once you get it done, for at least I would say maybe 5 minutes or so, and just let it cool down. Alright, so I will be right back with you. And these are the turkey sausage crumbles that I use. Sometimes I'll use the Jimmy Dean, but for some reason I've had a hard time finding the Jimmy Dean turkey sausage crumbles lately. But this is the Butterball brand. So again, if you can't find these, just make your own sausage and just break it up into small pieces. Alright, you guys, so I'm back, and what I've done, my meat and peppers and onions, they're done, and I have let them cool down. So I'm going to add 2 cups of my egg beaters to a bowl. And you can adjust this recipe according to how much you want to make. I'm just going to make 1 casserole dish, so 2 cups is plenty. And if you want to use regular eggs, you can also do that. But again, since I don't eat eggs, in my opinion, this doesn't taste as eggy as a regular egg. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I feel. So that's why I like to use the egg beaters. And then you're going to take your cottage cheese. And this is a 16-ounce container of cottage cheese. And if you don't like cottage cheese, because I don't like that either by itself, but I can eat it when it's in something else. So you can't taste it, but you can definitely, if you don't want to use that, you can, I guess, leave that out. I guess it wouldn't really make a major difference in the taste of the casserole. I'm not sure, because I've never done it without, but I would assume that it would be just fine. But again, you can't taste it, so I would say go ahead and put it in there and try it. So I'm just I added my cottage cheese, and I used the whole container of that, and I'm just kind of mixing that up with the egg beater, just to make sure everything is well mixed. And you can add salt and pepper to taste. I would say probably like about a half a teaspoon of salt would be sufficient, but again, you add that to your taste, and then just some pepper. You don't want to add too much salt, because you're going to have the cheese in there, and then you have the salt from the sausage as well. So I would suggest not adding a whole lot of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and pepper here. And let me turn you guys around so you can see what I'm doing here. And I've already sprayed my pan also with a non-stick cooking spray, so that way you won't have a major mess to clean up, because if you don't, it's going to definitely stick to the pan, and you'll have to scrub that down to get that out. So let me, and normally I don't use my measuring spoons, but I'm just going to use it for the sake of the video. I just normally kind of eyeball it. But again, I use about a half a teaspoon of salt, and this is the pink salt. And then as far as the pepper is concerned, I don't like mine too peppery. I'm just going to kind of shake it, and like I say, you just eyeball it to what you like. Alright, and again, what I have in the bowl so far is just the egg beater, 16-ounce container of the cottage cheese, and some salt and pepper. So from there, I'm going to add in some sharp cheddar cheese. And I like mine real cheesy, so I'm going to use this, probably use this whole container. And this is an 8-ounce bag of cheese, but you can definitely do it to your liking, but I like it really cheesy. And I think with all of that, it kind of helps to mask some of the eggy flavor too. So there's that, and this is how it should look. Just everything mixed up. It doesn't look too appealing now, but once we take it out of the oven, it's going to look really good. All right, so I'm going to clear some of this stuff off my counter, and I'll be right back with you guys to go ahead and get it in the pan and let you see what it looks like, and we'll top it with some more cheese on top as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, and you can add the meat to the pan, or you can do it either way, or you can add it to the mixture. I think I'm just going to add it to my pan, and then I'll just pour the egg mixture on top of that. But either way is perfectly fine. No real major difference either way. Just kind of spread it evenly so that way it will be, you'll taste the meat mixture throughout. And then I'm just going to pour over my egg mixture. And that's that. So we're just going to kind of move that around and make sure everything is evenly distributed throughout. All right. And you're going to bake this on 350. And usually, I guess it's going to kind of depend on your oven, but maybe about 45 to 55 minutes. But you can check it along the way, and you'll kind of know when it's done. I do like mine to be kind of crusty on top. I like my cheese to be kind of not really burnt, but just kind of brown and crusty. I think that's when it's the best. So again, just make sure that everything is mixed up evenly, so you'll get a bite of everything when you eat this. And I'm going to top it again, like I said, with some more cheese. And pepper jack is also good in this if you want to. I just used some sharp cheddar today because that's what I had on hand. But you can also use pepper jack cheese, and that gives it a little kick if you like spicy food. So definitely consider that option as well. All right, so I actually said that I didn't have any pepper jack, but I forgot that I had. This is a cheddar jack cheese. So I'm going to top it with that. I usually always try to keep a lot of different cheeses on hand because I use it in a lot of different recipes. I forgot I had this in the fridge. This is the Harris Teeter cheese. I don't know if you ever tried it, but it's really good. It has a good flavor. And of course, if you want to grate up your own cheese, you can do that too. All right, so we got that covered with cheese. We're going to put this in the oven again on 350 for about 45 to 55 minutes. Once it's ready, I'll pull that out and let you guys see what it looks like once I take it out of the oven. And again, you should definitely try this, and because it does help to cut down on time if you're busy during the week. You don't have to worry about cooking breakfast. I'm not really big on breakfast, but sometimes I do eat it. And when I do eat breakfast, this, like I said, I like for it to kind of be ready so that way I won't have to go through the trouble of making breakfast in the mornings every morning. So I'm going to, like I said, pop this in the oven. We're going to cook it 45 to 55 minutes, take it out of the oven. And you can kind of tell when it's done. Just make sure it's not real jiggly. If it's real jiggly, just leave it in there a little bit longer because you want your eggs to be cooked throughout. So make sure you watch for that. And again, once it's ready, I'll show you guys the final product. You guys, this is the breakfast casserole fresh out of the oven, and as you can see, the cheese is nice and crusty on top, which is the way that I like mine. I left it in there for approximately 55 minutes. You may have to adjust your time depending on your oven. Again, this has the egg beaters in it. It has green and red peppers, red onion, sausage crumbles, and they're the turkey sausage crumbles, and cottage cheese. And again, you can add whatever veggies you like, whatever meat you like, and it'll still come out perfect. Let me know if you decide to try this. And once I cut this open, I will show you what it looks like in the inside as well. Alright, you guys, so it's the next morning. This is Monday morning, about 10 a.m. And this is the final results of the breakfast casserole. And it turned out very good. I'm going to just kind of take a little portion of it here and hold it up so that you can see all of the inside. So you see the peppers, and you probably can't see the onions, but you can see the turkey sausage and the cheese is nice and melted and it's cooked all the way through, as you can tell. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this for my breakfast. Let me know if you guys decide to try this, and if you do, what you put inside of yours. As always, thank you so much for continuing to watch my videos. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys on the next one.